Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to the end of the conference quarterfinal round for the 2009-10 hockey season playoffs. We are at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. for the final game of the conference quarterfinal round as the President's Trophy winning Washington Capitals host the New Jersey Devils. Remember, this round is one and done, and this is the last of the one and done rounds. Looking at the brackets, we're all set in the West, as the San Jose Sharks will play the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference quarterfinals. In the other series, the Anaheim Ducks will be taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. That round will be best of three. The Ottawa Senators are playing the Atlanta Thrashers in the next round, but our attention turns to the last conference quarterfinal round, as, like I mentioned, the President's Trophy winning Washington Capitals are hosting the New Jersey Devils, and Philip Reynolds is first to join us here at Capital One Arena. So, regular season right now doesn't mean jack, as we've seen with the higher seed, with the mismatches here, as it were, the 2-7 round. Of the 2-7 and 1-8 matchups, so far only San Jose has been the higher seed and has advanced. So, let's see if New Jersey can make it. Let's see if Washington can bring the high seeds back to 500, or if the New Jersey Devils have a big upset in them. So, with that in mind, let's jump into the opening face-off here in the first period. Face-offs are +1 to New Jersey, and an 8 is a superior right-wing win. That'll be over to Langenbrunner, and we're off. Opponent defense 5, Ovechkin. That'll be an outside shot for Zajac. Zajac will try to make a pass. Passing K will be an inside shot for Parise. Parise from the slot. That's a 4. Save made by Theodore, and over to Backstrom. Backstrom, opponent defense 2. Zajac will take the puck for an inside shot. Nubel will try to intimidate. Nubel will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. He's got it for Washington. He'll lose that over to Parise. Parise, possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Lefty, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4. If not, lose the puck to the opponent. Green will have control of that for Washington. Passing D. That will be an inside shot for Backstrom. Zajac will try to intimidate. Zajac will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Zajac has got it for New Jersey. Inside shot for anybody. Opponent will try to intimidate. That will be Langenbrunner. Ovechkin will try to intimidate. Ovechkin will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Ovechkin, passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Backstrom. Backstrom will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck. Salvador with control of that for New Jersey. Salvador looking at opponent defense 2. Green will take the puck away for an inside shot. Salvador will try to intimidate. Salvador will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Salvador for New Jersey. He'll lose the puck. Uh-oh. Outside shot only for Ovechkin. This could be a problem for New Jersey. 7. Save made by Brodeur. Back over to Salvador. Salvador, looking at opponent defense 4. He will take the puck away for an inside shot. Will Green. Salvador will try to intimidate. Salvador will intimidate. He'll take the puck away, and we'll have a forwards line change. A vote to see if San Jose stays in San Jose or not, as in the Sharks franchise. I wasn't aware they were looking at moving, Philip. Where would San Jose be moving to? Admittedly, I don't follow a lot of the current product for a lot of these sports. Salvador with it for New Jersey, by the way, coming back to business. He'll lose the puck, outside shot only for Morrison. Morrison from the point. 6, he will lose that over to Elias, as Elias will get his stick in there and block the shot. Passing D, that'll be an inside shot for Kovalchuk. Semin will try to intimidate. Semin will not intimidate. Kovalchuk with an inside shot. He's in the slot. 4. That's a goal on a 1-10. And no! Theodore makes a great save. He will freeze that, and we'll get a face-off to the right of Theodore. Arena cheers. Yay! Kovalchuk goes away talking to himself. And no idea where San Jose where the Sharks would move to. Well, that's kind of a curiosity. Funnily enough, San Jose, again, advanced into the second round of these playoffs. Face-off to the right of Theodore. We are even on the face-off. And 11 will be home any player. That will go to Green, and we're off once again for Washington. Opponent defense 9. Salvador will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Salvador from the point. That's a 7. He will lose that over to Morrison. Morrison lose the puck. Outside shot for anybody. They will give that to Elias. Leitch will try to intimidate. Leitch will take the puck away. Leitch has got it for Washington. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Semin. Semin will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Elias for a defenseman line change. Elias with it for New Jersey. Oop, wrong card. Oh, so I flip over the right card. Opponent defense 3. Leitch, that'll be an inside shot for Zubris. Left defenseman is Morrison. He will try to intimidate. Morrison will intimidate. He'll take that puck away. Morrison. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for White. White from the point. That's a 4. He will lose that over to Leitch. Leitch. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Mateau. Mateau from the point. Snake Eyes is a goal on a 1-8. And score! Mike Mateau giving the Devils a 1-0 lead here in the first period. Arena groans. Ugh. Flip over a couple cards to get assists. Let's see, that'll be any player I know. Right wing. 5, that'll be from Elias. And Zubris. As the teams move back to center ice, I will remind you guys that that the Capitals may be the superior team based on points. They had, I'll pull it up for a second here. Just going into my replay file. The Capitals were far and away the best team in the NHL. 124 points to New Jersey's 84. So 40 points separating these two teams. But let's not forget that the Devils have the ultimate intangible in net in Martin Brodeur. A 3-time Cup winner. I think he won a couple of Vezinas as well. You don't get that by being an average goaltender, by being a clueless idiot in moments like this. Brodeur is still Martin Brodeur, one of the greatest ever to lace up a pair of skates and play goalie for a team in the NHL. With that ramble aside, yes, I know I'm getting a little bit homerific, but I'm just calling a spade on this one. Anywho, teams are back to center ice. Face-offs are even, so let's drop the puck once again. That is a 7. That'll be a home left wing win. That'll come down to Leitch, and we're off once again for Washington. Opponent defense 11. That is a penalty on Elias. He will go off for elbowing. 2, 3. We'll have a forwards line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play Washington is going to have. Washington with a chance to tie this game up. 5 is checking the right defenseman. Mateau is a 4, so that'll be an outside shot for Fleischmann. 6 will be a save, and an inside shot for Fair. Fair with it in the slot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, if defense rating 2 or more. Rolston is a 2. He will have that. He'll shut it down for New Jersey. Arena groans. Ugh. Face-offs are +1 to Washington. That's a 14, though. That'll be an inferior win. That'll be Mateau, and we're off and running once again. Opponent defense 8. Morrison will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Morrison from the point. That's a 5. Save made by Brodeur, right back to Mateau. Mateau will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Fair. Fair will throw that at the net from the point. That's a 7. Save made, and over to Mateau. Mateau, puck keeps coming back to him. He'll lose that to Morrison. Morrison looking at opponent defense 8. Mateau will take the puck away for an outside shot only. That's a 7. He will lose that over to Fleischmann. Fleischmann with it now. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. That is the right wing. That is Clarkson. Clarkson is in alone on Theodore. Let's see what he can do with this one. That's a 4. That is a goal on a 1-14. And score! David Clarkson now giving the Devils a 2-0 lead. Arena barfs. Bleh. will get a couple of assists. 1 assist only, never mind. Clarkson is who scored, so that will be from Mateau. And the Devils now come out firing here in Washington. They are up 2-0 on a Capitals team that you probably would have expected them to run over New Jersey in this one, but clearly that's not happening. Face-offs remain +1 to Washington. Capitals need to get something together here. That is a 19. That won't help. That'll be over to Rolston, and we're off once again. Outside shot only for any player. They will give that to Clarkson. Clarkson now with it from the point. That's a 12. That would be a goal check if the Devils were on the power play, but since they're not, Theodore will freeze that one. We'll take that face-off to the right of Theodore. Face-offs remain +1 to Washington as the Devils here are starting to press in this first period. Face-offs are +1 to Washington, but a 13 will go to White, and we're off once again. White with it for New Jersey. Opponent defense 9. Pody will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Pody from the point. That's a 6. He will lose that over to Rolston. Rolston with it. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Pody. Time ticking down here in the first period. That's a 9. Save made over to Niedermeyer, but there's the horn to end the first period. And the Devils coming out here after 1, teeing off on Washington. The Devils lead 2-0. The Devils jumping out to a 2-0 lead early here in Washington, D.C. We may well have an upended bracket here at the rate things are going. I think right now the highest seed overall to advance looks to be the 2-seeded San Jose Sharks, believe it or not. Wow. This will be a last 3 days of the playoffs where we've already watched 2 top seeds fall. We watched the 2-seeded Pittsburgh Penguins fall on Thursday night in overtime to Ottawa, and then earlier this morning, the 8-seeded Anaheim Ducks slapped the top-seeded Vancouver Canucks around and beat them 5-3. Go back and watch that game if you want to see the Canucks take a drubbing. And the funny thing is, in that game, the Canucks never led. And they were supposed to be the 1 seed in the West. If you watch that game, you'd probably believe it was the other way around. But remember, this round is all one and done. Starting in the conference semifinal round, now the series will start to take on more of their form. It'll be best of 3 in the conference semis, then best of 5 in the conference finals, then best of 7 in the Stanley Cup final. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gonna grab a quick hydrate break. I apologize that this stream is going up so late. Like I said during the Anaheim-Vancouver game, I had something going on today that I needed to wait for, that I didn't want to start and then have to interrupt for that. So That's all taken care of now, and we're set to start the second period of this game. Face-offs are back to being +1 to New Jersey. 20 is an inferior right wing. That is Newble with it for Washington, and here we go. He will lose that over to Parise. Parise with it. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Zajac. Zajac will try to make a pass. Passing L will be an inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner with an inside shot. That's a 3. That's a goalie rating on Theodore. 7, 8, and 12 are bad numbers. That's a 12. Goal on a 1-2, and no! Theodore makes a great save. He will hold on. We'll get a face-off to the left of Theodore. Fans here in Washington are panicking as the Devils are picking up right where they left off in the first period, as we've got another offensive zone draw for New Jersey. 7 will be a superior left wing win. That'll be Parise once again, and we're off. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Zajac. Zajac will try to make a pass. Passing L. He'll go right back to Parise with that on the inside shot. That's a 5. Save made by Theodore and over to Newble. Newble will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner from the point. That's an 11. Save made by Theodore and up to Green. Washington needs to get something here. Passing E will be an outside shot for Newble. Newble will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner, opponent defense 10. That is a penalty on Ovechkin. Ovechkin going off for elbowing. We'll check the power play, which is a 3. If the left defenseman is a 4, Schultz is a 4. So we'll start off with a breakaway for the left. Breakaway for Ovechkin, shorthanded. Let's see what he can do here. 6. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 7 and 8 are bad numbers. That's a 7. Score! Shorthanded. Alex Ovechkin coming up huge for Washington, as he will give the Capitals their first goal of the game. Arena cheers. Yay! Flipping a couple of cards to get assists. That will be from Backstrom. And Green. Well, funny you can come back in for that, to see that, Philip. But now Washington's suddenly tying this game, and we've got a game here all of a sudden. Then we'll have an inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Zajac for an inside shot. Well, the Devils. That's a 5. Save made by Theodore. Arena cheers. Yay! Shorthanded goal, electrifying the Capitals faithful here at Capital One Arena. We will bring that face-off just outside the Washington zone. Face-offs are +1 to New Jersey still. That is a 10. That's a superior right wing. That'll be Langenbrunner, and we're off once again. That'll be opponent defense 1. Ovechkin will take the puck away for an inside shot. Zajac will try to intimidate. Zajac will intimidate. He'll take the puck away into a forwards line change. Let's see what the Capitals can do with a little bit of momentum from an Ovechkin shorty. Zubris with it for New Jersey. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk will throw that at the net from the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right defenseman. Green will follow Kovalchuk's shot to the net. He's got a rebound shot. 10. He will lose that over to Leitch. Leitch for Washington. Opponent defense 1. Elias will take the puck away for an inside shot. Leitch will try to intimidate. Leitch will take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Leitch. 1-15, no penalty. That's a 12. Leitch gets close to the line a little bit, but the refs are going to wave it off, and we will play on. Opponent defense 5. Elias, that'll be an outside shot for Semin. Semin will try to make a pass. Passing J will be an inside shot right back to Leitch. Leitch from the slot. That's a 12. Save made by Brodeur over to Green. Green for New Jersey. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Elias for an outside shot. That's a 7. Save made and over to Schultz. Schultz for Washington. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Left wing, if the breakaway penetration rating is 2 or more. Kovalchuk is a 4. He is in alone on Theodore. What can Kovalchuk do with this puck? He's got a lot of bold text on that card of his. An 11. Save made by Theodore. That'll go over to Morrison for a defenseman line change. Arena cheers. Yay! That was a huge save by Theodore. Kovalchuk got clean away, and he found the only result that would have been that was an outright save. That is Morrison with it for Washington. He will, actually, opponent defense 9. Zubris will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Zubris from the point, gaining the zone. 5. Save made down to Leitch. Leitch, opponent defense 10. Elias, that is a penalty on Elias. Elias going off for tripping. The third lines will take care of the penalty, though. And once we do the change, we'll see what kind of power play Washington is going to have. All right, we will see what kind of power play Washington has. A 13 is checking for 1 or more 4-rated defensive players. We do have one. Still going to be a busy power play. That'll be an outside shot first for Fleischmann. Fleischmann from the point. 7, ooh, that's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 7 and 8 are your bad numbers once again. That's a 10. That's not one of them. That'll be a face-off. Then we'll have an outside shot for Bellinger. Bellinger from the point as he works it back. 7 is a save made. Then an outside shot for anybody. They will give that to Pody for an outside shot. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to Mateau. That was the outside shot for anybody. Then we'll have an inside shot for Fair. Fair from the slot. That's a 7. That's a save. And finally, inside shot for anybody. They will give that to... They'll give that to Fleischmann for an inside shot. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's an 11. Save made by Brodeur, and the Devils kill off a huge penalty. Arena groans. Ugh. Face-offs, +1 to Washington. That's a 4. Superior right wing win. That'll be fair, and we're off once again. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Bellinger. Bellinger will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for anybody. He will give that back to Fair. Fair from the slot. That's a 7. Save made by Brodeur over to White. White for New Jersey. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to... Rolston. Fair will try to intimidate. Fair will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Fair with it for Washington. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Rolston. Rolston from the point. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Theodore. That's a 7. Score! Brian Rolston restoring the 2-goal lead for the Devils as New Jersey leads 3-1. Arena groans. Ugh. We'll get some assists. Anybody with a 9? No. Left defenseman? No. Left wing is who scored. Center? No. Right wing? No. Right defenseman? That'll be from Mateau. And... Nope, just the 1 assist on the play. Washington with a 3-1 lead, just checking to make sure the camera didn't freeze on me. Face-offs remain +1 to Washington. Things indeed are not looking good for New Jersey. +1 to Washington on a face-off. 2 is a superior right defenseman. That is Pody. And we're off once again. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Fleischmann. Fleischmann will try to make a pass. Passing L is an inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Fair. Fair with a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 12. That was an inside shot, so Brodeur will get a face-off, but we'll see if there's a possible penalty on the play. That's a 1, so there will be a penalty on the play. Probably that'll be on New Jersey. 1, 2, 3. And then Washington's power play is going to be an 8. If the left wing is a 3 or more on defense, Rolston is not. So that'll be an outside shot for Bellinger first. That's a 6. That'll be a save by Brodeur. Then we will have an outside shot for the right wing. That'll be fair. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive left D, offense rating 2 or more. Morrison is a 1, so that'll get shut down. And finally, we'll have an inside shot for anybody. They will give that one to... They'll give that to Bellinger on an inside shot. That's an 8. That's another rebound chance. Brodeur leaving a couple juicy ones out there. Defensive right D, if defense rating 3 or more. Mateau's a 4. He'll shut that rebound sequence down. We'll bring that face-off outside the New Jersey zone. Arena groans. Ugh. +1 to Washington on the face-off. That is a 20. That'll be an inferior win. That'll go over to Clarkson. And we're off once again for the second period. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. That'll go to fair. Rolston will try to intimidate. Rolston will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Rolston for New Jersey. Oh, that actually should be opponent... I'm not going to worry about that right now. I looked at the wrong thing. Opponent defense 5. Fair. That'll be an outside shot for Clarkson. Clarkson will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck over to fair. Fair with it for Washington. Passing D. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer will throw that at the net as the period's ticking down. 7 is a save made. Brrr! There's the horn to end the second period of this game. The teams trade tallies, but we end up at the same place. Washington, with a 2-goal hill to climb, they are now trailing 3-1. The next game in these playoffs will be tomorrow. I don't know what game that's going to be yet, though. Well, for one thing, we're waiting to see how this one shakes out before I make the final schedule, because I've also got to work on thumbnails. And Ovechkin, well, there's still one period left to play, Philip, and actually, he's got Washington's lone goal shorthanded. So, there's still one period left of hockey to play, though. I'm not sure what the first game of the conference semifinal round is going to be. I know it will be tomorrow night, though, but I don't know what game that's going to be yet. We'll probably all know at the same time. But no, we're another period away from yet another top seed falling in the first round. As I mentioned, we've already seen Pittsburgh and Vancouver fall. Could you imagine what would happen if Washington goes out this early? Washington was a preseason favorite to win it all. And now they're down 2, facing down a 3-time Cup winner. Question here is, can Brodeur and the Devils slam the door shut on Ovechkin and company? Actually, I just realized I had the peg on 3 offense all the time, but I was using 2. Actually, I think Washington is going to go to 3 offense at this point. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Capitals here are down 2 in the third period. After I take my hydrate break, we will be ready to start the third period of this game. Bring the teams to center ice for a +1 face-off to New Jersey, and let's see what happens here. An 11 is a superior any player. They will give that to Green, and we're off to start the third period. That'll be opponent defense 8. Schultz will take the puck away for an outside shot only. Schultz from the point. That's a 6. He will lose that over to Parise. Parise with it for New Jersey. Opponent defense 1. Newble will take the puck away for an inside shot. Parise will try to intimidate. Parise will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Parise with it for New Jersey. That'll be opponent defense 10. That is a penalty on Newble to start the period. That is a very bad sign if you're a Capitals fan. 6. Checking if the right defenseman is a 4. Green is a 4. That'll be a breakaway for Newble shorthanded. He's on Brodeur alone. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right offense rating 3 or more. Green is a 4. He'll follow that rebound in. That's a 5. That would be a goalie rating if the Capitals were on the power play, but the Devils are on the power play. So that'll end up getting stopped, and that'll be an inside shot for Zajac. As the Devils avert their own panic on an inside shot, they'll get a rebound on Theodore. Defense, any player with a defense rating of 4. Green is a 4. He will shut that down for Washington. Arena cheers. Yay! Face-off just outside the Washington zone. +1 to New Jersey. That's a 12. Superior any player. They'll give that to Langenbrunner. And we're off once again here in the third period. They will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Backstrom. Backstrom from the point. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 9. Brodeur will smother that. We'll get a face-off to the right of Brodeur. Here's a big offensive zone draw for Washington. That's a 15 on a +1 face-off. That'll be inferior left wing. That'll go to Ovechkin, and we're off once again. Ovechkin will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Green. Green from the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Theodore needs to control these. Green will follow his own rebound in. That's a 6. That would be a goalie rating if the Devils were on the power play, but Theodore will stop that one. He'll hold on. We'll get a face-off to the right of Theodore. Another face-off coming for coming here. That's a 9 on a +1. That'll go up to Parise, and we're off once again. That'll be opponent defense 6. Newble, that'll be an outside shot for Zajac. Zajac will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck. Ovechkin will have control of that for Washington. Ovechkin will lose the puck. That'll be an outside shot only for Parise. Parise from the point. That's a 9. Save made by Theodore over to Schultz, and we've got a forwards line change. Schultz with control of it for Washington. He will lose it over, opponent defense 7. He'll take the puck away for an outside shot only. Green from the point. That's a 4. Save made over to Morrison. Morrison for Washington. Inside shot for anybody. Opponent can try to intimidate. They will give that to Leitch. Elias will try to intimidate. Elias will not intimidate. Leitch with the inside shot. That's a 7. That would be a goalie rating if the Caps were on the power play. The Devils, Brodeur will smother that. We'll get a face-off to the left of Brodeur. Face-offs are even right now. 20 will be a visitor right wing win. That'll be Elias with it, and we're off once again. He will lose that over to Leitch. Leitch for Washington. Opponent defense 1. Elias will take the puck away for an inside shot. Leitch will try to intimidate. Leitch will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Leitch for Washington. Capitals need 2 here. He will lose that back to Elias for a defenseman line change. Elias with it for New Jersey. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. Capitals will give that to... They'll give that to Semin. Kovalchuk will try to intimidate. Kovalchuk will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Kovalchuk for New Jersey. Passing D. That'll be an inside shot for Zubris. Morrison will try to intimidate. Morrison will take the puck away. Morrison with it for Washington. That'll be an inside shot for Pody. Left defenseman is White. He will try to intimidate. White will take the puck away, but a possible penalty on White. 1-15, no penalty. That's a 4. We will play on. It was a clean hit. Opponent defense 5. Pody. That will be an outside shot for Elias. Elias will try to make a pass. Uh-oh, that's an inside shot for Kovalchuk. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Theodore. That's a 9. Save made by Theodore. He will smother that. We'll get a face-off. We'll take that to the right of Theodore. Face-offs are even. 4 will go to the home right wing. That is Semin. And we're off once again. That is going to be possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Who's got the possible breakaway? Right defenseman. If the breakaway penetration rating is 4. Pody is a 2. White will have that. We have a forwards line change. And the Washington Capitals, the President's Trophy winning Washington Capitals, by the way, are running out of time. The President's Trophy curse, probably about 10 minutes away from striking again. White with it for New Jersey. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Ralston. Ralston from the point. That's a 7. Save made over to Fair. Fair for Washington. Opponent defense 5. That'll be an outside shot for Bellinger. Bellinger will throw that at the net. Caps can't be picky. 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive lefty. If defense rating 2 or more, White's a 4. He will have that for New Jersey. White will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Pody. Pody from the point. That's a 7. He will lose that over to Mateau. Mateau looking at passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Fair. Fair will throw that at the net. That's a 7. Save made over to Mateau. Mateau. Opponent defense 4. Morrison will take the puck away for an inside shot. White will try to intimidate. White will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. White with it for New Jersey. Opponent defense 9. Pody will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Pody from the point. That's a 3. That would be a goal chance if the Capitals were on the power play, but Brodeur will freeze it and we'll get a face-off. That'll come to the right of Brodeur. This is a gigantic offensive zone draw for Washington. They are +1 on the face-off. That is an 18. That will not help. That is over to Mateau, and we're off once again for New Jersey. Opponent defense 9. Oh, no! That is a penalty on Morrison, and I have exactly 3 cards left. Let's see what kind of power play Washington or New Jersey is going to have. That is a 12. If the right wing is a 4 on defense, he is not. That'll be an inside shot for Clarkson. 10 on an inside shot. That'll be a save. And a rebound shot for anybody. They will give that to Rolston on a rebound shot. That's a 6. Save made, but more importantly, brrr, there's the horn to end the game. And in another upset, the New Jersey Devils have eliminated the Washington Capitals from these 2009-10 playoffs by a final score of 3-1. Arena barfs. Bleh. And with that, the conference semifinal round is now all set. In the West, the Dallas Stars are playing the San Jose Sharks, and the Anaheim Ducks are playing the Chicago Blackhawks. In the East, the Atlanta Thrashers are playing the Ottawa Senators, and the New Jersey Devils have a date on Long Island with the New York Islanders. And wow, I just realized all of the high seeds in the East have been eliminated. Actually, all of the high seeds have been eliminated for the entire playoffs except for 2, Dallas and San Jose, and one of them will bite it in the conference quarterfinal round. So I think we're going to start off the conference quarterfinal round going to, let me look up the arena here. We're going to start it off by going to State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia for Game 1 tomorrow of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Ottawa Senators and the Atlanta Thrashers. Before we get there, though, tomorrow morning we will be starting the fall campaign in B-17 Flying Fortress Leader by DVG. Wednesday, we're playing 5 Leagues from the Borderlands by Modifius Entertainment. And Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Elder Scrolls official cookbook as we make the side garlic bread. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The New Jersey Devils pull off yet another upset of a high seed in the playoffs as they eliminate the Washington Capitals by a final score of 3-1. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.